So, good evening, everyone. So, we will start our today's session. So, as discussed earlier, that every Monday will be, a doubt session. There will be a half an hour of doubt session, and then we will see the topics, balance topics. So, now the forum is open to you guys. Yeah, please let me know your doubts. Whatever the doubts you have for means from date starting 20th of Jan to 25th of Jan. So let me share my screen. So what are the topics which was taught? You can see day wise. So first day we have seen the activity duration types, person complete types, steps. Then next day we have seen what are the predecessor, successor activity, relationship types, and its assignment. What are constraint? Then we have seen on third day what are resource and role, how we can create resource and role, how you can assign them, what is the expenses. Okay, then what is resource and activity spreadsheet and profile. Then what is over allocation of resource, how we do the labeling. Then on the fourth day we have actually created the we have actually whatever the activities we have created, we have assigned the predecessor and successor, also created the resource for our subject project and assigned it to the uh, activities. And we have baselined the project, we have seen how we can do the baselining. And then on the fifth day we have seen what are the project code, what are resource code, what are activity code, how you can filter using the help of these codes, and how you can filter out the critical path. Then what is progress spotlight, what is progress line, and schedule tracking. And then on the sixth day we have seen work products and document, what is feedback, what is notebook, what is user defined field, what is layout, how you can do group and sort, and what is global change. So now if you guys have any doubt, please let me know with respect to these topics. Are you able to unmute yourself? Yeah, Taniska, I think they are not able to unmute them. Could you please give them the access to unmute? Taniska, are you there? Just a minute. I am not able to do actually. Okay, I've asked Tanisa over call. Just a minute. I don't have the privilege to unmute, sorry.
Sir, I'm unmuted. They all can speak.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, guys, you can start.
Hello, sir. Yogesh here.
Yeah, Yogesh.
This is a not a dot
Mm-hmm. Hello.
last week, but last to last week. It's about the importing the file. Hello,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
audible
yeah.
to you?
Yeah, yeah. You are audible now.
Actually, this is doubt for not for last week, not last week, last to last week doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, maybe on fourth class. Huh? So,
Okay.
sir, actually, what happened now? Actually, I asked also. Actually, I'm importing the file now. Whenever I'm importing the file now,
Mm-hmm.
the activity codes now are coming same. It should come differently, but all
But
the
WBS
activity
activity,
code.
WBS code. Actually, it is a WBS code
Ah,
that is
yes,
coming same.
yeah.
but it should not be the case because I have shown you last time also. So if you want me to repeat, I can repeat. I don't have any issue. So, uh,
So I actually मैंने बहुत बार किया है अमित और मैंने बहुत बार किया है but it coming same only.
but देखिए अभी मैंने जो दिखाया था ना आपको लास्ट टाइम भी एक बार रिपीट किया था लास्ट मंडे को।
हाँ
ठीक
आपने
है।
लेआउट
बट
बताया था मुझे
हाँ,
लेआउट से चेंज करने के लिए बताया था मगर लेआउट से
हाँ,
चेंज नहीं हो रहा है.
बट देखिए डब्ल्यूबीएस का जो आईडी होता है ना, ठीक है, आप अपना स्क्रीन शेयर करके एक बार दिखा सकते हैं क्या, कहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम है?
Actually wait a minute, wait a minute. Actually I'm using the office laptop, so I will use my PC because उसमें voice नहीं है मगर I can show you from there. Okay.
Okay, okay, just a minute. Let me show you again, just a minute.
Yeah.
It's better.
Uh,
So,
this
so
one only.
yeah, yeah. So let us again create one dummy schedule. Okay, I will be creating it under infrastructure. So, so now if I go to this WBS import, you can see only the project name is there. So this is the project name, or let's say I mention that this is the project name, and then we will be doing the export of the template. We have to go to spreadsheet, activities. Sorry, not spreadsheet. I'm
It is
wrong.
about project
Yes.
export.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is just a minute. I am importing a red document. That is fine. Now I'm going to that particular file in the documents. So where it is? So this one is the file. I will be opening it with Notepad. So before that, another thing. Let's say I have to create one Excel file also. So now from this particular file, we have to copy from here %t where project WBS is mentioned to %t. I will paste it over here and then I am inserting row above E, inserting rows over E, %t. Okay. So now we have to go to our the Excel sheet. Okay. So here if you see, we have the WBS ID. Okay, which is this one. Okay, so if you see this already there is some the number is already there. Okay, so you can change it in this particular case, or you can these are serially. So I'm just pasting it over here. Then we have the project ID. So project ID is already there. We are not going to change it. This 4743. Okay. And then under project ID, sorry.
So, sir, sorry. Why you change number one? One won't be changed, no?
No, it will be changed. It has to be changed to 1. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now if you see over here, it has, you are going to drag all this data down. Okay. Like this R%. Okay. Everything. And you are going to delete this item because we need a E% at the, the end. And you are going to just drag all of them. So now you have to be careful over here. Okay. So this one also you can drag. This is yes and no. Okay. So this is actually the project node, actually the project name. Okay. So you have to keep it n, and the rest of the thing you have to keep no. Okay. And then this one also you drag down, and then we have this WBS sort name. Okay. So here we'll be actually pasting all this data. So we know how this data has came. We have discussed already. I'm just pasting it out.
Yes.
Yeah, just a minute. 1 to 24. Okay, there is some problem. I think I have created one extra line. Okay, sorry. This is getting created extra. This is not required. Okay, E% there will be nothing. So it was a confusion basically. So now you see this WBS import dash 2. This is our project ID. So if I go to P6, okay, if I go to project, you see this project ID WBS dot import dash 2, and the project name is project name. Okay. So now,
Okay.
yeah, if I again go over here, you see this is actually that project ID, and then we are putting the IDs WBS short name which we have actually copied from this particular Excel sheet. Okay, then under the project name we will be putting the, the description of the WBS, which are the WBS name. So I'm pasting it over here. Okay, so now next we have this parent ID, so we have to give the parent ID number. So parent WBS is this one, parent WBS ID. If you see over here, I have also given, the extract in the column row 1, whatever that, the headings, it will be in your that whatever the extract you are taking from notepad. So paste it over here. Okay. And now you just drag down this data. This last line is not required. Drag it down. Last line is not required. Then there is no data over here. Okay. That is fine. So now what you have to do, I'm just saving this one and selecting from here. I am taking till %t. I'm copying the data. I'm going to notepad. I'm just replacing the data. If you see, I have replaced the data. Okay. I have replaced the data. Now you can save it. So just place Control S. So now the details have been saved. I'm going to close this one, close notepad. Then I will be importing that file. Okay. So if I go to WBS, I go to import. Import to update existing. See, import is successful, and it is actually, successfully generating the WBS ID over here. Okay.
Okay, we will review again actually. Maybe another issue.
Yeah. I don't know why it is showing in your system. Maybe some setting issue or something like that. I don't know, but it should come basically. Means which
Actually,
version you are
actually,
actually using, the latest version or some other your office
yeah,
system?
we are using latest version only. Actually, the
Mm-hmm.
same issue is happening with my colleague also. I have checked with him, so
Mm-hmm.
that's where.
But I have shown you again the same thing. Okay, so I don't know why it is showing at your end. Maybe.
ओके एक्चुअली देयर ना बिफोर आपने जो अपने पहले बताया था ना उसमें आपने ना जो डब्ल्यूबीएस के मेन एलिमेंट थे ना
Mm-hmm.
पहले पहले डाल दिए थे इसमें आपने पूरा नए नए एलिमेंट मतलब इसमें आपने डब्ल्यूबीएस इसमें पूरे पूरे इंक्लूड कर दिया आपने पहले आप मैं पहले सिर्फ आपने मेन डब्ल्यूबीएस डाले थे डब्ल्यूबीएस के सब पार्ट नहीं डाले थे मे बी आई विल ट्राई अगेन लेट्स सी
कौन सा वाला सब पार्ट आप बोल रहे हैं, समझा नहीं मैं एक्चुअली।
जैसे माइलस्टोन
हम्म।
ये आपने मैनुअली बनाए थे उसमें पुराने टाइम पे जब
हाँ
सिखा
हाँ
रहे थे
हाँ
हमको
हाँ।
माइलस्टोन आपने अलग बनाए थे प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट अलग बनाया था इंजीनियरिंग अलग बनाया था
नहीं, वो तो अलग है। वो तो
हाँ
मैंने जस्ट जो अपना IGTL प्रोजेक्ट था ना, ठीक है,
हाँ जी हाँ जी हाँ जी
उसके लिए मैंने बनाया था। वो अभी भी मैं जो मेरा जो मेन प्रोजेक्ट अभी हम लोग देखने वाले हैं वेडनेसडे या थर्सडे ऑनवर्ड, उसमें भी
हाँ
मैं
जी
अपना मैनुअली बनाऊंगा। ठीक है, तो
ओके
हाँ वो तो जस्ट बिकॉज सम पीपल वेर कमेंटिंग इन द चैट दैट इट इज बिकॉज दैट वाज वेरी हाई लेवल एट दैट पर्टिकुलर टाइम, क्योंकि उनके ऊपर से वो जा रहा था, क्योंकि उनको पता ही नहीं है बहुत लोगों की WBS क्या है, कैसे ऐड करना है। और मैं क्या है, ये यूटिलिटी दिखा रहा हूँ, बिकॉज दिस इज अ यूटिलिटी, ओके, टू टू मेक योर वर्क क्विकर एंड लेबर, it should not be much labor intensive.
अभी
So
इम्पोर्ट ही
yeah.
करना पड़ेगा ना हमको
हाँ, अगर आपका 1000 मतलब ज्यादा WBS है, इन दैट केस you it is preferred to do this import, but you have to be very careful like these codings, like if you make any mistake it will give error while importing, it will not import. Okay, so आपको ये वाला अच्छे से बनाना पड़ेगा, ये शीट जो बैकएंड में आपको बनाना है बेसिकली।
सर जो ये एक्टिविटी का है अगर हमें एक्टिविटी भी इम्पोर्ट करनी है वो भी इसी तरह से होगी ना जैसे ये
नहीं,
वाला किया
एक्टिविटी तो स्प्रेडशीट से होगा ना, एक्टिविटी
हाँ
एक्सेल से होगा।
स्प्रेड
हम्म।
एक्सेल से होगा अच्छा उस वो उस इससे नहीं होगा
नहीं, ये सिर्फ WBS के लिए, ठीक है।
सिर्फ डब्ल्यूबीएस के
हाँ, ये सिर्फ WBS के लिए।
ओके फाइन थैंक यू
ओके ओके okay, so apart from that, if anyone have anything with respect to last week classes, please let me know.
Hello.
Yeah, Ragib,
Yeah, good evening, sir.
good evening. Yeah,
Sir, I have a issue in resource allocation and role creation.
okay, what issue?
Sir, yeah, currently I'm doing a MEP project, so I have to add some resources like duct and piping, then insulation. So how
Mm-hmm.
to add the total quantity in that resources? Could you
Yeah, so
please
you can,
explain?
yeah, so you can actually add. So for that, let's say I'm going to this particular project,
Okay.
okay, and let me add some dummy activity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm adding 3 activity over here, A,
Yeah.
B, C. And first, what you have to do na, if you
Okay.
see this resource part, it is blank at the moment. That is,
Okay.
no resource has been added. So you
Yeah.
have to go to resource. So from where you will go to resource, you see this, the person sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you hover over here, it will give you resource. You will click
Mm-hmm.
over here.
Okay.
So currently it is showing that there is no, current project resource. So
Okay.
this will only show when you assign any resources to your project. So you have to change the filter. Go to filter by, go to all resources. Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
then what you do, let's say I have to create some resource for this. So let's say I click on, sorry, I click on the plus sign once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it has been created double, and then let's say this is your WBS import to project resource. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, the project name I have kept as project name only. I will keep
Okay.
the same
Okay.
thing. Okay, project name resources,
Okay.
let's say, and then you bring it out from this. This is Adani, some
Yes. Yes.
project
Yes.
I have created. I will take it out. Okay,
Okay.
so now you see that these two are at the same level, these two heads are at the same level.
Okay.
Then what you do first, the first thing what you have to do, you have to change, for your parent, this is your parent node for
Okay.
resource. First change the calendar. So you have to go over here. You can change it from here also. Okay.
Okay.
So like quotes I don't want. If you go over here, you can change the currency. Like it is
Okay.
US dollar
Yeah,
at the moment.
sir. Hello.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Nitin sir.
Yeah.
Sir, till now I have created all the things and feed all the things. My concern is, sir, suppose I have a piping and
Mm-hmm.
then ducting, then insulation. So I have to create it individually, like, right?
Uh-huh.
For the non-labor resources, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, suppose I
Non-labor
have,
not. A material resource you have to create.
yeah, sorry, material resources. I have to create a
Mm.
whatever, how many quantity I have to feed that to, right?
Yeah, that where you will fit, I will show you. Just a
Yeah,
minute. Be
that's the
patient.
main concern.
Yeah. So let's say I am selecting material now. I have selected
Okay.
from labor to Oh, sorry. Not. This is the parent node. I will not disturb this one. I am
Okay.
only assigning, the calendar and the rupee, everything. So
Okay.
let's say here I assigned our this AGTL calendar for this one
Okay.
also. Okay. Then if you see over here, it's
Yeah.
a maximum unit is 8 per day,
Yeah.
and here also the default unit is 8 per day. Okay, because
Okay.
it is a
Okay.
AGTL calendar is a 8 hours
Yes.
working
Yes.
per
Yes.
day calendar. Okay,
Yes.
then these rates and all I will not put over here. These roles, notes, these are not
Yeah.
required. So let's say under this one, when I create a new resource, and let's say what are the resources you want? Please let me know.
Like ducting.
Ducting. Okay,
Yeah. Then piping.
ducting I have created. So
Yeah.
just check.
Piping.
Yeah, so just check once that calendar and everything is coming
Okay.
correct. It is coming correct actually. Then
Okay.
another one. What is?
Piping. Piping.
Yeah.
Piping.
So here I have to also change it to material. So
Okay. Okay.
so I will click on material. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then from here I have to select the the
Yeah.
unit.
Square meter. Yeah.
Yeah, square meter. Then this one is also material,
Yeah.
which is piping.
Piping.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say I put pipe, and I think it will be in running meter.
Yeah. Running meter.
Okay, so see running meter is not here.
Yeah.
Okay,
We have to
so
create.
what you have to do, you have to go to admin categories, you have to
Okay.
go to unit of measurement, you have to click on plus,
Yeah.
you have to put RM.
Yeah.
Okay, I will close it. Now it will appear to apply. Okay, running meter.
Meter.
Okay, I have
Okay.
applied. So let's say these two resources I am applying at the moment. Another thing what you have to do, you have to give the rate also. So per
Okay.
square meter, what is the rate? Let's say I am assuming 100 rupees for this one,
Okay.
and this one I am putting 50 rupees.
Okay.
Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my activity. Let's say A activity. I have to click on add resource. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so now we have piping. Let's say this is the ducting activity. Okay,
Okay.
so I will assign ducting a resource over here, and
Okay.
let's say this is actually the piping activity. I
Okay.
will put piping here, and let's say this is the insulation activity.
Yeah.
Okay, so insulation we have a material we have not created here. So
Okay.
let us understand with these two one.
Yeah.
So now let us put some columns. Okay, like unit, like budgeted. Okay, so these are with respect to the labor and non-labor. Okay, but uh, if I go to the cost, I
Mm-hmm.
have budgeted total cost, or we have the material cost also. Okay, we can put the
Yeah.
material cost also. So let us take the material cost over here. Put okay. Okay, so see, when I have assigned the this particular item. Okay,
Okay.
so how it is calculating these budgeted units. uh, it has 8 per day, as the
Okay.
you must have seen in the resource
Yeah.
that it
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
the 8 per day, that is 8 square meter per day, and this is
Okay.
also 8 running meter per day. So it is multiplying with 8 fives are 40.
Calendar 40. Yeah.
Yeah, so here also it is 40 budgeted units.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and then it is multiplying with the rate. So if you remember, so this one was having
Great.
rate of 100,
Yeah.
so it is
100.
calculating 4000, and it was 50, so half Okay,
Yeah,
so
2000.
here you can put the quantity actually, which is in running meter for pipe.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's say this is having you know, the 100, let's say 80 days, this one,
Okay.
and this one is having, let's say 50.
Okay.
Let's say I link these two, okay, and I run the schedule. Okay,
Mhm.
so now you know this unit is not going to change. Why it is not
Okay.
going to change? Because you have assigned it. You know, if I again remove it and again assign it, then only it will be taking 80 into 8. That is
Okay.
640. I will show you. Let's say I remove this one, then
Mm-hmm.
again I take the ducting.
Mm-hmm.
See, 640 it is taking na, and then accordingly it is calculating the cost also. So it may not be like, you know, this 640, it is coming based on whatever the, you know, like I have given that this material I can use, you know, 8 square meter per day maximum. Or let's say in case of concreting, let's say the my batching plant has production of 10 cubic meter per day, so I
Mhm.
can do maximum by default only 10 cubic meter per day, not more than that.
Okay.
But it won't restrict you to put, you know, any unit over here. Like say based on your actual drawings you have quantified, you have done the quantity survey, and let's say it is 200. Okay,
Okay.
so put 200 over here. See this remaining early, this one is also getting changed. Okay, so now you can see that it is recalculating 200
Okay.
into 10. So in this way you can put them you know, the quantity like, and then let's say you have completed 50% of the work. So when
Okay.
you are updating the schedule, you will put 100 over here, so 100 square meter done, and accordingly 1000 10,000 will be your actual cost in that case.
Okay.
Okay.
So, how many activities? Suppose I have 100 like material like this. So I have to add it individually 100 times, right? Different.
uh, Sorry, I didn't get you again. Means.
Suppose here two material like the ducting and piping. I have like 50 extra material too, like piping, insulation, each and everything. So
Mhm.
I have to individually add 50 items, right?
Yeah, you have to add. So let's say in this particular activity, let's say this is the HVAC work for building A. Okay.
Yes.
So in that case, everything will be there. Ducting, then let's say I'm adding piping. Okay. Then
Okay.
it will be again piping plus, you know, this
Yes. Yes. SS pipe, GI pipe, like
insulation.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, everything.
Okay, and suppose I have assigning the like in labor resources like the engineer.
Mm-hmm.
I have engineer like the HBSC engineer, then firefighting engineer, then PHE
Mm-hmm.
engineer, then each and every one added, right?
Yeah. It will be
And,
added.
and
Yeah.
suppose I have a four, I required suppose the X, suppose I have a work for that work, I need four HBSC engineer, like
Mm-hmm.
four
Mm-hmm.
HBSC engineer and timing 8 hours per day. So how we can
So
assign four HBSC
maximum
engineer?
unit, maximum I have shown you na. Like if you remember, okay,
Uh,
like for the AGTL, if you go to AGTL where it
yeah.
is, AGTL resources. Okay, this one. So if you remember, when we
Okay.
were doing the labeling, we have put
Mm,
this maximum per unit. If you see over here, that
yes.
24. So one unit, what is your standard?
Okay.
8 hours per day. So
Right.
8 into 3. So I have put 3 resource over here for labeling. Similarly, I have put 2 resource over here. I have put 4 resource over here. Okay. So you can
So
put it like that. Okay.
where we have to put the resources like three, four.
No, you are increasing this max unit. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so it is already increasing, you know, it is taking that 4 times you are considering this particular, you know, resource
Okay.
type. Okay.
Okay.
Or what you can do, if you want to show individually, okay,
Okay.
like name wise, so you
Yeah.
can put, you know, like Amit, or let's say Sham, and you can put in bracket HVAC engineer, and you can assign it 4 times. But it will be, you know, in that case it will be labor intensive and time taking also. So
Okay.
what we do generally, okay, we assign a single resource for a category, and then we put the
Increase the
maximum.
maximum
Yeah,
unit.
maximum unit.
Sir, one more thing.
Yeah,
Suppose one labor doing the 8 hour per day. So I need the four engineer like so 8 into 4 32 like this.
yeah, it was a 30, 32.
Yeah, like 32 32 maximum unit, right? We have
Yeah,
to increase the
maximum
resource.
unit. Yeah, this maximum unit you have to
Okay.
change. But if you see
Okay.
the default unit, it is 8 hours only. So
Yeah.
that is the capacity of one lever. Okay.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
multiply it with, you know, like if I put 80, so it is 10.
Okay,
on
okay.
that
So,
particular category.
okay,
Okay.
so maximum unit per time we have to increase if
Mm-hmm.
we require more than one labor resources, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
yeah. Thank you.
सर योगेश सर सर मैं ये
Yeah,
पूछ रहा था
Yogesh.
अगर सपोज इन वन एक्टिविटी इफ यू वांट टू ऐड टू पीपल वी कैन ऐड ना
Yeah, two. You can put 100 people. Means resource you want to say, na?
या यस यस
Yes,
लाइक
yes.
डिफरेंट नेम लाइक अमित हो गया राम हो
Yes,
गया
yes, yes, yes. Definitely, definitely you can put.
ओके वरना अभी आपने जैसे बताया कि 32 आप उसको 3 टाइम्स कर लो उस हिसाब से वो मैन पावर ले लेगा राइट
Yeah, yeah. So that is, if you what happens in project generally. So the employees are not permanent. Okay, so people comes and then resign and then go. So if you put Amit and if Amit resign, so that name will still be there. You cannot change it because you have already baseline. So it is better to put some, like the skill set name. Like if he's a project control, so I will put project controller. So in the background, let's say Amit has been replaced by Ram, so in that case, we don't have to change the name in that case. Okay.
ओके
Yeah.
सर जैसे
Sorry.
एलोकेशन हो सकता है तो उस केस
का
में
आवाज?
ओवर एलोकेशन जैसे होता है ना आपने बताया
हाँ
था
हाँ
ओवर एलोकेशन
हाँ हाँ
तो
हाँ
उस
हाँ।
केस में जैसे आप बढ़ाते हो कैलकुलेट करते हो किस तरह बढ़ाना है वो हमको लाइक
वो
हाउ
तो
टू
आपको
जज कि हमें इतना
वो
बढ़ाना
आपको
चाहिए
यहाँ से देखना है ना, ये जो अपना है ना रिसोर्स यूजर स्प्रेडशीट, यहाँ पे आपको वो रेट दिखेगा। ठीक है।
ओके
वहाँ पे वो आपको रेट दिखेगा कि मतलब जैसे लेट्स से मैंने दो रिसोर्स ऐड किया, एक रिसोर्स है। हाँ। लेट्स से अगर इसको मैं यहाँ पे दिखाता हूँ, ये जो सॉरी डिटेल्स में जाता हूँ। ये रिलेशनशिप जो है ना, यहाँ पे इसको मैं स्टार्ट टू स्टार्ट कर देता हूँ। और ये जो रिसोर्स है इसको मैं अभी डिलीट कर देता हूँ, इसका जरूरत नहीं है, इसका भी जरूरत नहीं है। ठीक है। अभी इसको मैं स्टार्ट टू स्टार्ट कर दिया, रिलेशनशिप विथ सम लैग, लेट्स से 10 days और 20 days ऑफ लैग। ओके। सो अभी ये दोनों एक्टिविटी पैरेलल चलेगा। अभी देखना, ये पैरेलल चल रहा है। ठीक है। अभी क्या है कि मैं एक ही रिसोर्स को ए पे भी लगा रहा हूँ, बी पे भी लगा रहा हूँ। ठीक है। बट उसका कैपेसिटी कितना है? 8 घंटे का कैपेसिटी है। ठीक है। अभी लगा के देखते हैं। सॉरी, गो टू रिसोर्स, कोई दूसरा प्रोजेक्ट का लगा देता हूँ रिसोर्स फिलहाल के लिए। ये वाला लगा देता हूँ, जैसे यहाँ पे अमित था। ठीक है। इसको मैं ए पे भी लगा रहा हूँ। ठीक है। इसको बी पे भी लगा रहा हूँ। ओके। सो अभी क्या है, अमित को यहाँ पे भी 8 घंटा काम करना है, यहाँ पे भी 8 घंटा काम करना है, तो वो तो हो नहीं सकता ना। सो इन दैट केस ही इज ओवर एलोकेटेड। सो वो कहाँ से पता चलेगा? ये जो है रिसोर्स यूजेस प्रोफाइल पे आप क्लिक करोगे ना। ठीक है। अभी यहाँ पे आपको ये फिल्टर करना पड़ेगा करंट प्रोजेक्ट रिसोर्स। तो इसमें देखिए अमित आपको दिख रहा है, तो अगर आप यहाँ पे देखोगे, देखो ये रेड हो गया, दिख रहा है ना यहाँ पे?
यस सर
हाँ, तो ये रेड हो गया, सो ये ओवर एलोकेट हो गया। तो इस केस में आपको जो है, ठीक है, अभी ओवर एलोकेट जो हो गया है, इसको आपको, जैसे मैं जो बताया, जो उसका डिफॉल्ट जो काम करने का है ना कैपेसिटी, दैट इज 8 पर आवर। यहाँ पे भी मैं वो कॉलम ऐड करता हूँ। मैक्स यूनिट पर टाइम। सो अभी देखो मैक्स यूनिट पर टाइम भी कितना है? 8 घंटा ही है। ठीक है। अभी मैं गया रिसोर्स में, कौन सा रिसोर्स लगाया था? अमित लगाया था ना, ये। ठीक है। अभी लेट से इस मैक्स यूनिट को मैं 16 कर देता हूँ, तो मेरे पास 2 अमित आ गए। ठीक है।
राइट
अभी 2 अमित मेरा जो आ गया, अभी देखो ये क्या हुआ, ये लिमिट लाइन ऊपर चला गया, ये देखो ग्रीन हो गया। और यहाँ पे देखो मैक्सिमम यूनिट चेंज हो गया। ठीक है। तो इससे हम लोगों ने ओवर एलोकेशन को अवॉइड कर दिया उस पर्टिकुलर रिसोर्स के लिए। ठीक है। ओके।
यस सर
Hello.
या हेलो।
Yeah, sir, Ragib this side. Sir,
या यार।
one more thing. While
हम्म
assigning the relationship in our AGTL project,
हम्म
most of the activity we have given the positive leg. In which
हम्म
condition we give the negative leg, like -10, -20 days? In which condition, sir?
So, let's say if you have, uh, like one activity is going on. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say, this particular activity is going on, okay,
Okay.
and you need particular sign off from client, like
Okay.
some for closing that for closing, getting the for billing this particular activity, okay, you need a sign off from client, okay. So that
Okay.
sign off, you need, let's say, 1 week or let's say 2 week before you complete this overall activity. So in that case, what you can do, you have to go to relationship and you can make it finish to finish. And let's say if I make it minus 5 days, 5 days is corresponding to 1 week, or let's say if I needed 2 weeks back, 2 week. And if I will schedule it, so now you can see it is taking the linkage from the end now, not from here, okay.
Okay.
So if I, let's say, I put it minus 40 days, okay, so this particular activity will finish before this activity finishes 40 days, okay. So see, now it is going 40 days back, okay. Or let's say if I put 20 20 days, so in that case you can see, okay. So this activity is finishing on 18th of April, and then 20 days, which is corresponding to 1 month in our case, because we have 5 days working in a week and 4 weeks, so 8 5 is a 40, जो कि एक महीना होता है. So you can see it is finishing on 18th of April and our first activity is finishing on 16th of May. So in this case we are putting a negative lag, which is lead actually, okay. That this
Negative.
activity is lead मतलब ये आगे खत्म हो गया, it has leaded by 20 days, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir, if we do S to S, start to start, then
Mhm.
it can be, if we will say it will lag behind, right?
Yeah, then start to start, you have to put positive lag.
Sir,
In start to start, we put the positive, and in F to F, we put the negative, right?
See, you can put positive in start to start also, you can put negative, okay.
sir, is it mandatory?
No, it is not mandatory. You can put actually, but this is my first activity. Okay, so in that case, it will it will not go beyond this, this particular data date, because this is acting as a constraint start date for this particular project. Okay, so if you are having, let's say, 5 6 activity, in that case you can put some activity as negative, but negative lag is not recommended. Okay, why it is not recommended? Because as per DCMA 14 point, I will explain that during the schedule quality check. DCMA 14 point, it is one of the point that to avoid the negative lag. Okay, even positive lag should also be avoided. Okay, it should be, let's say, 5% of your activity should have the this lags and all. So there are certain parameters, so which we'll be discussing in DCMA 14 point, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. There you will be able to know that what are the things you have to actually maintain in a schedule to get a good score, good quality score, because these schedules, some clients actually run these schedules in software called Acumen Fuse. Okay, and even in P6 also now they give a option. So this one also I will show you. If you see this check schedule report, if you click over here na, there are some parameter. If you see, like negative lag, relationship with lag duration less than 0, it should be less than 1%. So if you click on schedule check, currently it is giving some error. Okay, but you can see that it is giving some the red one, which is beyond the prescribed limit. Okay, so in the latest version of P6, they give they do not consider all the DCMA 14 point, but they consider the major point. But there is a software called Acumen Fuse, which is a different companies there. The company name is Deltec. It is called Deltec Acumen Fuse, where if you run the schedule this not risk analysis, this schedule quality check, there you get the overall score. So these are actually assigned some weightages, and based on that you get a final schedule, the score, like 80%, your schedule is 80% perfect, 70% perfect, 90%. So it depends upon company to company. Like some companies consider that my schedule should be, means when you run it in Acumen Fuse, it should be 80 to 85, the score should come above 80% or 85%. And some client asks you that it should be 90%. So you have to actually reduce all these parameter in your schedule. Like if you have a start with some lag, you have to make it finish to start by splitting that activity like that. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, Ragib.
Yeah, sir, one more thing. Sir,
Hmm.
how to show the free float and total float in our schedule? Consider our AGTL project. Could you please show me?
Yeah, so you have to add the column actually. Okay,
Okay.
so you have to actually go to the project, and then you have to just right click over here, go to
Okay.
column,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it is under duration. So
Mm-hmm.
if you see the free float,
Yeah.
total float, take it to this side, click OK. So now you can see that these are visible. The float is visible. Okay, free float and total float is visible now.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank-
Okay, so anyone have any further query, or shall we proceed for our the balance left out portion on Saturday, which was actually issues risks threshold and schedule risks analysis in Primavera risk analysis software. Can I proceed?
Hi sir, this is Saurabh.
Yeah, hi Saurabh.
सर मेरा एक डाउट था एक्चुअली, जो हम लोग साइड में जो बजट दिखाता है ना, ये
हम्म।
मेनली सिर्फ जो रिसोर्सेस हम लोग इसमें जो यूज कर रहे हैं उसका ही बजट है, या फिर इसमें रॉ मटेरियल वगैरह सब ऐड करके दिखाएगा ये?
सब ऐड करके दिखाएगा टोटल। आप इंडिविजुअली भी देख सकते हैं, अगर जैसे मैंने लास्ट दिन दिखाया था अगर आपने
हम्म।
लास्ट क्लास अटेंड किया होगा तो यहाँ पे आप कॉस्ट पे जाएंगे ना, यहाँ पे आपको सारा मिल जाएगा। एक मिनट, इसको मैं बड़ा करता हूँ। तो यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे बजटेड एक्सपेंस है, लेबर है, मटेरियल है, नॉन लेबर है और टोटल है। इन सबको अगर लोगे ना तो सबका सम दिखेगा आपको इसको बजटेड टोटल कॉस्ट में। ठीक है, यहाँ पे जैसे मैं एक एग्जांपल लेता हूँ। जैसे ये वाला जो है कहाँ गया, ये पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटी यहाँ पे एक्सपेंस है 50,000 का, और इसका लेबर कॉस्ट है 36,000। सो इसका सम 86,000 आ रहा है। उसी तरह जहाँ पे मटेरियल आएगा,
नहीं, बट एक्चुअली इसमें जैसे इसमें अगर जो मटेरियल भी आता है तो
हाँ
मटेरियल लमसम आप
हाँ तो
सपोज करो कि 1000 रुपीज का लमसम मटेरियल है।
हाँ मटेरियल मैंने डाला है ना यहाँ पे, मैंने तो यहाँ
ओके।
कंक्रीट कंक्रीट और रेनफोर्समेंट डाला था ना। यहाँ पे देखो मटेरियल कॉस्ट भी आपका आ गया। ठीक है, और
ये
नॉन
लमसम
लेबर
ही डाला है मटेरियल कॉस्ट?
नहीं, लमसम नहीं डाला, ये क्वांटिटी के ऊपर है। ठीक है, ये जो क्वांटिटी है ना, दिस इज गेटिंग मल्टीप्लाइड बाई रेट। ओके, जो हमने रेट डाला है उधर 6,000 रुपया या 7,000 रुपया, जो भी कंक्रीट का पर क्यूबिक
हाँ
मीटर रेट
हाँ
डाला
हाँ
है।
हाँ
ठीक है,
हाँ
या सरिया का जो भी है मेरा 60,000 का
हाँ।
हमने रेट डाला है, उसके हिसाब से ये
हम्म,
कैलकुलेट हो रहा है। ये ऑटोमेटिक, मतलब मैंने कुछ अपने हिसाब से नहीं डाला है। ठीक है। ओके,
ओके।
और
इसका ड्यूरेशन से कोई रिलेशन नहीं है?
ड्यूरेशन नहीं, इसका यूनिट से रिलेशन है। ये जो यूनिट है
यूनिट
ना,
से रिलेशन है ना,
हाँ,
हाँ।
ये आपको ये
मैन
अभी क्या,
पावर का ड्यूरेशन से रिलेशन होगा?
हाँ हाँ, नहीं मैन पावर का भी सबका यूनिट से ही रिलेशन है। एक्चुअली क्या है ना, जो यूनिट है ना, उसको आप जैसे क्वांटिफाई करेंगे, आपका जो एस्टिमेशन क्वांटिटी सर्वेयर है वो आपका मतलब जो उस पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटी के लिए जो एस्टिमेट करेगा कि ओके लेट्स से दिस इज द द सिविल वर्क, द टोटल क्वांटिटी ऑफ कंक्रीट। जैसे हम लोग यहाँ पे हाई लेवल कर रहे हैं, तो लेट्स से
हम्म,
आपका प्रोजेक्ट में आपने एस्टिमेट किया आपका बीओक्यू में कि आपका 50,000 क्यूबिक मीटर कंक्रीट होगा ओवरऑल। सो यू हैव टू पुट
हम्म।
50,000 ओवर हियर इन दिस बजटेड यूनिट्स। ओके, सो ये तो बाय डिफॉल्ट ये कैलकुलेट होके आ रहा है कि लाइक लाइक बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट इज द योर दिस डिफॉल्ट यूनिट एंड मल्टीप्लाइड बाय द ड्यूरेशन। ओके, उसके ऊपर होके आ रहा है जब आप फर्स्ट टाइम रिसोर्स को असाइन करेंगे। बट आपको यहाँ पे आपका एस्टिमेट के हिसाब से मतलब डालना है कि जो आपका साइट पे एक्चुअल आपका जो होने वाला है, यूनिट लगने वाला है। ओके।
नहीं, मीन्स क्या होता है कि एक्चुअली अगर जो आप क्यूबिक मीटर सपोज करो कि 100 क्यूबिक मीटर, ये तो पहले से फिक्स हो जाता है ना, ड्राइंग से हम लोग निकाल लेते हैं
हाँ हाँ
कि सौ
हाँ।
क्यूबिक मीटर लगने वाला है, तो 100 क्यूबिक मीटर अगर जो 10 रुपए के हिसाब से हुआ तो फिर 1000 रुपीज का रॉ मटेरियल हो गया।
हो गया।
ठीक है,
करेक्ट
तो वो
करेक्ट।
लमसम 1000 रुपीज हो गया है ना। प्लस अगर जो 1000 रुपीज में हम रिसोर्सेस डाल रहे हैं, जैसे अगर जो मुझे कम टाइम लेना है तो मैं ज़्यादा रिसोर्स डालूंगा, ज़्यादा मैन पावर डालूंगा, तो उस हिसाब से सिर्फ ड्यूरेशन के हिसाब से रिसोर्सेस का चेंज होगा ना बजट।
नहीं नहीं, देखिए कंक्रीट का तो रेट आपका फिक्स रहेगा ना, एक ये पे कंक्रीट इन द सेंस, आप समझ रहे, मटेरियल का मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, मैं
हाँ
उसका।
मैं भी।
हाँ, तो अभी मटेरियल का क्या है कि देखो, अभी आप आरएमसी से कंक्रीट लोगे, ठीक है, तो उसका तो रेट आपका फिक्स रहेगा आरएमसी से। आपका जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट रहेगा ना, आपने जो पीओ दिया होगा उसको, उसके हिसाब से रहेगा
हाँ।
कि 5,000 में देगा कि 6,000 पर क्यूबिक मीटर में देगा। ओके, सो वो आप यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी, अगर हम रिसोर्स पे जाते हैं तो हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी डाला हुआ है। यहाँ पे अगर आप कंक्रीट देखोगे तो यहाँ पे हमने 7,000 रुपीज पर क्यूबिक मीटर डाला हुआ है। सो अभी आप वहाँ पे लेट्स से 100 डालते हो ना, तो 7,000 इंटू अपना 100, तो वो कितना होगा, अपना 7 लाख रुपया। ठीक है, तो
हाँ तो
कैलकुलेट कर।
7 लाख रुपए फिक्स हो गया वो,
हाँ,
एक
फिक्स हो गया।
पोस्ट तो,
हाँ
है ना।
हाँ,
अब वो 100 क्यूबिक मीटर आप जो भी बोल रहे हैं, तो 100 क्यूबिक मीटर को मुझे 5 दिन में खत्म करना है।
5 दिन नहीं, आप 10 दिन में भी खत्म करो, आपका मटेरियल कॉस्ट वही लगने वाला है। ठीक है।
हाँ मटेरियल कॉस्ट फिक्स हो जाएगा, तो बस वही है, फिर रिसोर्स कॉस्ट ही वेरी
हाँ, तो
करेगा
रिसोर्स कॉस्ट तो वैरी करेगा अपने ड्यूरेशन के हिसाब से। या आपने
ड्यूरेशन
जो
के हिसाब
एस्टिमेट
से।
किया है, लेट से आपने एस्टिमेट किया था कि 100 आवर्स आपका रिसोर्स काम करेगा, अभी आपका कुछ
हम्म,
डिले हो रहा है किसी कारण से, तो उस केस में आपका बढ़
हम्म,
जाएगा। वहाँ पे जब आप एक्चुअल पुट करोगे ना, एक्चुअल
हाँ
जो
तो
आपका टाइम कार्ड या जो भी आपका है ना वहाँ पे, उसके हिसाब से जो भी आएगा, तो वहाँ पे एक्चुअल बढ़ जाएगा, एट कंप्लीशन आपका बढ़ जाएगा। ठीक है।
ओके, उसी हिसाब से फिर बजट भी बढ़ जाएगा।
बजट बजट आपका ओरिजिनल बजट सेम रहेगा, बजट नहीं बढ़ेगा, आपका रिवाइज एस्टीमेट बढ़ जाएगा एक्चुअली। ठीक है।
हाँ
हाँ, तो आपको मतलब वहाँ पे वेरिएंस आ जाएगा आपको बेसिकली। ओके।
ओके ओके चलिए,
ओके। ओके।
थैंक यू।
हम्म। ओके, सो कैन आई प्रोसीड फॉर द नेक्स्ट सेशन, और डू एनीवन हैव एनी डाउट?
यस सर, यू कैन प्रोसीड।
Okay, thank you. So last day we have gone through the presentation on, if you remember, I will again uh, go it through. So it was regarding few few the options like what are the thresholds. Okay, so we have discussed all these things the theoretically. So today I will be showing you how you can add threshold, what is threshold, and with using threshold how you can generate the issues, and also how you can put like uh, normally how you can add issues to the activity. Okay, and also we will see how we can actually add risks to the activity. Okay, and what are the risk responses. Okay, and then what is pre-mitigation, pre-response, and post-response score. Okay, and then we'll be looking at schedule risk analysis in Primavera risk analysis software. Okay, so these all things we will be discussing today. So let me go to our schedule. So this is our AGTL schedule. So earned value we will be discussing tomorrow. Okay, so for the time being, okay, just remember that this cost variance. Okay, this cost variance, how it is getting calculated, it is you know this earned minus actual. Okay, so if you based on whatever the progress we have done on the activity, okay, it is calculating the earned value, and actual cost also it is getting it is calculated based on what is the actual resource we have actually, what is the actual units we have actually progressed based on that. So if you see in this particular case, okay, my the activity percent complete is 60%, but unit complete is more, means we have spent more compared to what we have actually done. Okay, in terms of deliverable, so my cost is more compared to my earned value, so it is coming negative. Similarly for this particular activity, if you see that it was having earned value of 1 lakh 8, and my actual cost is 1 lakh 80,000, so 80 minus 8, it is 72,000 negative. Okay, that is, there is a cost variance in this particular case. Okay, so now let's say I want to identify such activities. Okay, like which is having, the cost variance more than 10,000, negative 10,000. Okay, so for that, what you have to you have to go to this project threshold. Okay, and you have to create a threshold over here. So for that, you have to click on this plus sign. Okay, and then you have to select the parameter. Like you see over here, we have the cost variance already available over there. So let me select this one and my WBS. So you can assign it to a single WBS. Okay, so I am assigning it to our project node, that is AGTL. That is also considered as a WBS. Okay, and then what is the status? Okay, enabled, disabled. So it is enabled at the moment. Okay, then what is the priority, top, high, low, that you can put. Okay, so let's say this is a high priority. Okay, then detail to monitor, if you want to monitor at WBS level or you want to monitor at activity level. Let's say I want to monitor at activity level, so I will click this activity. Okay, and from what date? Okay, from what start date? So let's say it is from the project start date to project finish date I want to monitor basically. Okay, and then you have to put lower threshold and upper threshold. So these are limits actually. Okay, so if anything which is falling in between these limits, okay, it will not create any issue. But if it is, not falling in this particular limit, it will create issue. So let's say if my cost is minus 10,000. Okay, so if it is less, means if it is in terms of negative. Okay, in terms of negative, let's say it is more than 10,000, like it is minus 20,000, minus 70,000. In that case, it will be generating that issues. And upper threshold, so if it is positive, I don't have any issue. In a positive cost variance means, I am spending less and I am generating more revenue, I'm generating more deliverable. Okay, so let's say I put some upper threshold. So my project cost at the moment, if you see the budgeted total cost, so if I go to activities, and if you see this particular column budgeted total cost, it is coming something around 10 crore 73 lakhs. Okay, so let's say I put 10 crore 73 as the upper threshold, because I don't want any positive, let's say a activity is generating, let's say cost variance of, in positive 10 rupees. I don't want to create any issues for that, because that is not a issue in this case. Okay, so now it is 10 crore 73 lakh. Okay, okay, so now mm, so now you can see that it is giving that threshold is cost variance outside range of minus 10,000 to positive 10 crore 73 lakhs. Okay, so now uh, if you see this particular one, the total issues with respect to this one is zero at the moment. Okay, then there is another option, tracking layout. So you can select some layout, like I am putting this earned value for the time being. So when you go to the tracking, there is an option called tracking over here. uh, if you click this one, so you can, when you put this earned value, layout over there, you'll be able to see the parameters for these particular thresholds. So now in the in the bottom details pane also, you can do the entry of the data whatever we have done at the top, at the, this particular row. Okay, and then if you go to details, it is not showing, any issues at the moment, because we have to generate the issues. So how it will automatically generate the issues? For that, you have to go to tool, you have to click on monitor threshold. Okay, so before that, let us manually identify those activity. So if you see this cost variance column, so if you see this activity, it is having minus 14,400. So that is this activity, this A1070, it should create project data collection, it should create an issue. And this particular one, this PM document, which is minus 72,000, it should create issue. Apart from that, the activities which are having cost variance positive, so that is not a issue for us. Then again we go to threshold. Okay, so now see, this total issue is zero at the moment, and here also there is nothing. Then I go to tool, I go to monitor threshold. Okay, use original threshold monitor window, click monitor, see what it is giving pop-up that 2 issues has been generated. So now you see here 2 issues has been generated, and here also the total number of issues which was earlier 0, it is appearing uh, it is appearing 2. So now if you see the details, okay, what it is telling that there is a minus 14,400 on activity A1070, and another one is A 1100. Okay, it is having 72,000. So if you go to the details, okay, in the issue tab, so this is actually the issue tab, you will be able to see these two items. Okay, and you can see over here applies to activity, it is already showing you the activity which it has been applied automatically. If you click over here, it will show you. Okay, then again if I go to the activity view, and from here if I add rigs, okay, so that will be for looking at the rigs. Okay, and then again from the project if I go to issues, okay, so you will be able to see those two issues over here. Okay, so now let's say I want to create, okay, so that was with respect to threshold, okay, which creates resource issues basically. And now let's say I want to create a issue. So the issue is, let's say, manpower, or let's say resource constraint. Okay, so let's say there is a resource constraint. Okay, and now the WBS we have selected is the AGTL. Okay, it is open and the priority is top. And now if you see over here, okay, uh, you can actually put, the activity ID to assign it. So let's say if I go to here, it will open your activity tab, and then let's say I have some activity, the resource issue with respect to process engineering, so I will assign it. So now this particular issue, uh, this resource constraint, okay, is assigned to process. Okay, and then also you can apply it to resource also. So process, let's say it is with respect to process engineer, so if we click over here, it is getting applied to process engineer. Okay, in this particular case, so in general you can see that what is the issue name. Okay, then here also you can apply the tracking layout. Okay, then when it is identified, okay, and what is the priority, top priority, it is open, closed, or on hold. So when it is closed, you will put closed. Okay, and what is the resolution date, you will select the resolution date that this issue is this issue resource issue is now resolved in that case. So in this way you actually, these are nodes and user defined, and in details you can actually assign the issues to that particular activity. Okay, so this was about issues and threshold. And there is another option, if you go to issue navigator, so here also you will be able to see all the issues. So let's say, okay, I click on this one and I click on activity, so it will highlight which activity this issue is actually assigned to. If I again click on activity, now see, if I again click on activity, it is assigned to process engineer. Similarly, if you click on WBS, okay, under engineering WBS we have the process engineering, it will show. If you click on resource, so see we have selected the process engineer, so it will be highlighting the process engineer. And again if you click on this issues detail, okay, so then it will open the issue window, and there is a tracking, so I was talking about that, that it will be displaying the earned value layout, which is actually assigned here. You can actually select the layouts from here, these are the default layout. So now it is actually showing you that what was the planned cost, okay, what is the estimate to complete, all those things. Okay, so you can select a particular WBS and you can look into it. Okay, over here. So that was with respect to resource issues and threshold. Then for creating rigs, you have to go to rigs, okay, and then you have to click on the plus sign, and then you have to put the rigs name, okay. So let's say this is some uh, let's say some safety issue, okay. Okay, then you have to select the rigs category actually, okay. So is it with respect to cost, okay, or let's say it is cost overrun, okay. Then you select the category. So here let's say it is with respect to cost, you select this. Then we have 310 opportunities. So if you click on opportunity, see this red one will become white, this icon, okay. So opportunities are positive risks and threats are the negative risks which are which actually impact. Then this is proposed, this is open, okay, impacted, managed, reject. So you can change the status based on you know the, let's say current it is open, then you have to select the risk owner. So which resource is actually the risk owner? Let's say the project manager is the risk owner. Then identified by project engineer. Let's say identified on what day? Let's say on 28, okay. Then exposure start date, exposure finish date, okay. So it is taking the project's the start date and end date at the moment, okay. Then which project actually? So it is AGTL project, okay. And then if you see this general tab, whatever the things I have added over here, it is already giving you the option to put all those things over here at the bottom pane, okay. So now this risks, this cost, this will be calculated automatically based on the uh, pre mitigation and post mitigation parameters. So we will see that. So for that we have to go to impact. Now post response, let's say the probability of this is very high, okay. So how it is going to impact schedule? So it is going to impact highly to our schedule. Cost also, it is having high impact. So now it is calculating risk score based on whatever the parameter we have given. And then you have to select the risk response, that whether to accept it, whether to avoid it, whether to reduce it, whether to transfer it. So let's say we are going to reduce it, we are going to put some measure to reduce it. And after reduction, after putting that measure, you can put the response over here, that I am going to monitor the cost on week basis, all those things you can put. Monitor the cost on week and check for overrun. Then probability. So let's say after this you have adopted this particular the mitigation response. Let's say now the probability of this one is low, okay. So schedule impact is also, let's say, low, and cost impact is, let's say, medium. So accordingly it is calculating this score. So now if you go to general, you see it is automatically calculating the post exposure the cost, and the post response exposure cost. Means after you have applied the mitigation, it is having you know it is having around 3 lakh, uh, it's 3 lakh, no, it's 32 lakh, sorry, it's 32 lakh, and earlier it was 2 crores 73 lakhs, okay. So we have actually mitigated and bring down, we have reduced the impact. And then you know you have to this is actually currently getting calculated over the entire project, okay. So now you have to select some activity to assign this resource. You can also do the assignment over here if you go to rigs. So let's say I want to do for this particular mechanical engineering, you have to select this particular rigs, okay. It is now assigned to the your this particular activity, okay. Then again if I go to rigs, okay, we have, now you can see the activities appearing here, You can put some description here. What is the cost of this risks? What are the effect of this risks? You can put some note. You can also apply some user defined field if you have done. Okay. So all those things you can put it over here. Okay. Okay. So now when I have applied the activity to this particular risk, so now you can see earlier it was in crore. So now it was based on the, the cost of that particular, the budgeted cost of that particular activity. It is calculating based on the, these parameters, this risk score and post response risk score. Okay. It is calculating the, pre-response and post-response cost. Okay, so in this way we actually uh, track the risks, and once it is closed, you can actually close it. You can click on, like if it is rejected, it is managed. Okay, you can click on okay, it is it is managed, and if it is impacted, you can put impacted in that particular case. Okay. Yeah, risks can be on activity and also on project, overall project level also. Okay, which I have shown you. So that was with respect to risks. So now we have already, this time actually we have actually, it's already 10 past 5. So I would like to stop today, and tomorrow I will be showing you. Yeah, multiple risks can be added. You can click again, click over here and add another risk, and it can be assigned to the same project and also to the same activity also. Okay, you can assign it. So tomorrow we'll be looking at, we'll be starting with the schedule risk analysis in Primavera risk analysis software. Yeah, one risk on many activity you can apply. Okay, like 3D modeling, I am applying. It is getting applied to this one also, like both of them. Mm. Okay. So now if anyone have doubt with respect to today's class, please let me know, and we'll be closing the session for today shortly. Anyone have any doubt, please let me know. So if you don't have any doubt, we can close the session for today, and tomorrow we'll be looking at this Primavera risk analysis software, how we can do the risk analysis for scheduled risk analysis in Primavera risk analysis software, and then we'll move to our next topic, that is earned value management. Okay, and then there are other topics, the few left out topics are there. We will see that how much we can cover tomorrow. Okay. So Tanishka, you can close the session for today.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, dear learners. If you don't have any doubt, you can leave the session.
Thank you. Good night.